Hello, my name's Hayley and I'm from Cheshire East Libraries. Today on our craft challenge we're going to be looking at story baskets. So what's a story basket, you might be asking? A story basket is a way of retelling the story through the use of visual props. Now these could be handmade props, such as what we're going to do today. It could be existing toys that you have around the house and props that you have in the house. Or it could be a mixture of both, which is what I've done. Now this is a challenge that is for parents and young children to create the props that go in your basket to then retell the story. A story basket or story bag can retell a story, but it can also be used to make up a new story or take a story that already exists in a new direction. It's all about encouraging children to use their imagination. Inside my basket I've put crafted props that I'm going to show you how to make today and a mixture of toys that we have around the house. So this is an activity for children and parents to work on together. Story baskets are used for literacy development in children. It helps them to develop their imagination and their storytelling skills. So here I have two baskets which are not complete. We've got the three bears, which we will decorate, and we have a paper plate for the three bears to decorate into a mask, the face of Goldilocks, and we've got different sized bowls which have been made, Mummy Bear, Baby Bear and Daddy Bear, some porridge for some sensory play and a bowl to play with that in, and I'll pop a spoon in. We have a sponge for things that are soft, the bed and the chair that were too soft, and a block again for more sensory play for the bed and the chair that were too hard. So in a while we'll decorate the bears and then we'll be able to retell the story of the three bears. In this basket we have story spoons. So the spoons have been painted, they're just regular wooden spoons. They've been painted to have the three pigs, and we've got a shadow puppet of the wolf, big bad wolf. We've got sticks for one of the pigs' homes, bricks and straw. So again, I'll show you how we can make a shadow puppet out of cardboard box, and I'll show you how I have painted and decorated the spoons and give you some ideas for stories that you can retell yourself. So out of cardboard box I've cut a baby bear, a daddy bear and a mummy bear, and I've put these on a tray and we're going to paint these now. I'm going to mix a pale brown colour for the bears. So to do that I've got red, blue and yellow and some white. So I'll just give that a mix and see what that looks like. I think I need a bit more yellow in there. Now we're going to paint the three bears, aren't we, Amelia? Do that side. That's it. Oh, that side. There we go. Well done. So this is definitely an activity to get the children involved with. So here Amelia, who's 18 months old, is painting a paper plate, and we're going to use this as a face for Goldilocks. Good girl.
Mummy.
Keep going. Where's Daddy Bear, Amelia? Yeah, where's Baby Bear? This little one, Baby Bear. Yeah, and where's Mummy Bear? Is that one Mummy Bear? Mummy? Daddy? Baby Bear? Is Daddy Bear a big bear? So let's get started. For my Three Bears basket, I have a mixture of items, and we have decorated 3 shadow puppets: Daddy Bear, Mummy Bear and Baby Bear. Now I did these with my young daughter who's 18 months old. I'm going to finish these off on my own for the video. However, it would be lovely for families to work on the props together. It's all part of the storytelling process. Whilst we were doing this, I was talking about the story with my daughter. I finished drawing all the faces. I'm going to add a few sensory elements to each of the bears. For younger children, sensory items are really important. So in my basket, I've got a little bottle of porridge oats. So you can either, with very young children, they could shake the bottle and listen to the noises, or with slightly older children, you can pour the oats into a bowl, different size bowls for the different bears, and use different spoons, such as metal and plastic and wooden spoons, again introducing different textures. So it's using an element of the story in a sensory way to add to that story. So as part of the puppets, or the shadow puppets, I'm just going to add to Baby Bear's belly, I'm going to do a little patch of felt. You could use different textures, anything you've got around the home, different bits of fabric would be lovely just to add that little extra detail. I'm going to make a little dicky bow for Daddy Bear. So I'm just cutting out of some felt scraps that I had. I'm going to glue that to Daddy so we know he's Daddy Bear. And for Mummy Bear, I'm going to do a little flower, little brooch. So this is all helping children to recognise who is which character. So for younger children, to recognise that the big bear is Daddy in the story, the medium bear is Mummy in the story, and the small bear is Baby in the story. So anything visual that helps children to recognise those things is what we're after, basically. So I'm going to just glue those little elements, and then I'm going to stick Mummy Bear and Baby Bear to a straw or a stick that you have in the home, bit of sellotape on the back, and then they can be used either as just puppets to tell the story, or you can use them as a shadow puppet, shining a light from behind onto a plain wall, and that's adding another sensory element to your story. So there we've got Daddy Bear, and I've added a little sensory patch of hessian. I just have some scraps of hessian. So we've got a dicky bow for children to touch and feel, and the hessian patch as well. They'll recognise that as Daddy Bear because of the bow, because of the size. Mummy Bear, the medium bear, she's got some little pink shoes and a little flower brooch. And Baby Bear has a little sensory felt soft pouch on his tummy. Okay, so those are the 3 bears. Now we need to move on to making, I thought it would be nice to have a Goldilocks mask. So one of the children or your child could wear the mask as Goldilocks. I've got some wool. I'm going to do wool hair. Again, it's another sensory texture for children to play with. And I'm going to draw or paint the face onto the plate. You could cut eye holes if you wish, and then tie some string or elastic to the back, so somebody can play the character of Goldilocks, either yourself as the parent or the child. So it's thinking about using props that you've either made or that you have around the home, or a mixture of both to put in the basket to tell. So here we have our completed props, which we've handmade for our 3 bears basket. There's Mummy Bear and Baby Bear with sensory elements, and there's Daddy Bear. And we also have a mask of Goldilocks. So the other items I'll just very quickly go over for you. In this basket, I have made a big bowl, a medium bowl, and a small bowl, so we can talk about size during the story. I have a sponge which is soft to talk about the soft bed, soft chair, a block for hard. We've got sensory oats and bowls and different spoons. And I also thought it might be nice to just add in some other things that you might have around the home. So some binoculars made out of toilet roll tubes, because she goes in the woods, so it might be something you can just throw in to take the story off in a different angle. So that is our Three Bears basket, ready to tell the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I've also made a shadow puppet for another basket of the three little pigs and the big bad wolf. To do this, I've looked in the storybook that we've got, and I just simply drew the shape and allowed my daughter to decorate it with some crayons. And that's a shadow puppet. So we'd shine the light from behind onto a wall, and that shadow would appear nice and big, and it does, because I've tested it. Worked really well. Or you could make the spoons. You could do the big bad wolf as a painted spoon. That's just a wooden spoon, kitchen wooden spoon. You can get them in packs of 3 or 5 in the shop. Very simply, just painted the characters on. So we've got the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf. And in this basket, I've just put some more sensory elements. So we've got some straw for the house that was made of straw, some blocks for the house that was made of blocks, and some sticks for the house that was made of sticks. So as you're telling the story, you can also talk about the materials. The children can play with the materials. You can actually look at why the structure of the bricks was the best. You can talk about things like that. So they're 2 very simple ideas that you could incorporate. We'd love to see your own stories that you can try and retell through a story basket. It might be a new story, it might be using things, random things that you decide, we'll just put those in a basket, and that just gets the children's imaginations going. It might be a story that is your favourite story. Please do share your stories with us. We hope you've been inspired, and thank you for watching. See you next time.